Hi, Leo. This is Jess with your April 2017 council. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. Leo, for some of you, I see that money coming in, whatever you guys started, it really has grown quite successful for you guys. You've taken nothing and turned it into a big something for some of you. And you're feeling very confident, you're feeling very accomplished at this time. But there is something, excuse me, there is something that you guys are planning, some type of moves you're planning to make that you're being very tight-lipped about. You're not telling people all of the details, or you're really keeping everything a secret. Now I'm focusing on business here. So I see that there is this new thing, or this thing that some of you have going on, that in order for you to continue the momentum that you're on, your actions, you may be hiding some steps that you're taking from other people. Now, I do see that money looks really good for you guys coming in this month, really good. Again, as the saying goes, you've turned, you know, you turn 15 cents into a dollar, right? You turned a dollar out of 15 cents. And I see that with this new source of income, I do see that the challenge is work, okay, or certain things being able to work, okay. So now some of you have your own business and you have done very successful in your own business, okay. And I see that your actual work. So some of you have your own business and you also hold down a job, and this job may be a conflict toward your business, and you may be taking your business, as I see, to a whole new level. And with that, there may be some steps that you have to take which are pretty unorthodox, which is not very traditional, not politically correct as one might see it. I feel it's something that you guys feel is necessary for you again to continue this momentum, because you do see that it's like there's a presentation for you to get to the next level, like literally a level that you probably dreamt of but can't really believe. I think you guys are believing, that those of you that can relate to this, you are believing that, hey, this is real, this is actually about to happen, or this is happening, I can't stop the train. And with it comes some things that you don't necessarily share with others, that you don't necessarily, like, you'll say to your boss or superior that you have to leave early, or you have to come in sick, or you have to call out, that sort of thing. So I do see some finagling, if you will, things around you in order to continue this momentum that you have going on, okay. And because of that, some things may not necessarily be working. It may be a bit conflicted. Now, if it is just work and you're putting in a lot of hours at work because you have a new position, or you may now take on a job that has you traveling a lot, because I see a lot of movement, a lot of travel, a lot of going and coming and that sort of thing. There may be, and you have your family and it's pretty solid, but there may be some issues as far as like being able to kind of work together with the family, okay? So I do see that. Now, going back to what I was saying earlier about you not necessarily being the most honest about your steps and your actions being taken in order for you to obtain this goal that you are trying to reach, be very careful about that. Try to be as genuine and honest as you possibly can, because I kind of see that coming back to bite you, okay? So I would say definitely cross your T's, dot your I's. If it is not necessary for you to be deceitful, then don't, okay? Because although it seems like the right time, it looks like to me that the timing is not that great for everyone here, okay? And this may be you building negative karma for yourself, because I get a strong sense that whatever you're doing and actions that you're taking, you're literally laying the groundwork. Like, this is your foundation. And so once you get in it, and however you lay that foundation, it's it's set, and once it's set, it's going to be very hard for you to get out of it. And so when things start kind of coming back full circle for you, it can bring back some karma that you kind of don't want or haven't expected. So just keep that in mind, guys. And again, if that's something that you're doing that you know is less than moral, on your moral high compass, then you need to just think twice about that, I would say. I do see a lot of you guys are thinking new. You're ready for this new beginning. Some of you may be thinking about, again, I see a lot of travel and movement this month, kind of wanting to, and I see a lot of like self-focus. So a lot of you guys are going to be self-focused, and you're really doing your best or working towards establishing yourself. Okay. You're doing everything that you can to establish yourself, and taking the reins is what I'm saying. So a lot of you guys are being very practical. You're building your brand, you're building your name, or you've become a name at your company, but there is a significant role that you're playing, this new particular role that really is just, I do see expanding for a lot of you guys. Now, external to you, you might have people that, and this could be family, it could be at the workplace, it could be anything, but people that are external to you, you may find that some people are not necessarily on board. So if you're working at your job and you're doing really well and everything is kind of growing, but you have to work with a team, there may be some problematic situations with your teammates because you have a flaky person that they work sometimes and then sometimes they don't. You may have another person that have personal problems that they bring into work, or they just are too focused on the wrong things. They don't feel like they have what it takes. There may be a lack of security there or confidence in one. So I do see that your external energy, like other people, could be kind of holding you back a little bit. Okay. Because I do see that there is that bit of not being able to work as it relates to others. Okay. So you may be experiencing for the month of April, people kind of being a little bit either flaky, they're in, they're out, they're all over the place, or people really feeling like they can't do much. Okay. But I do see, like, again, your eye is on the prize. It's on building your capital, building your name, that sort of thing. So you guys are very focused, but energy around you guys might be a bit challenging. Now, in the near future, I do see, let's say mid-April, I see that there's going to be, some of you are going to have to walk away from something. So there's going to be some type of decision that needs to be made, walking away from one thing in order to kind of give your focus to another. Okay. So going back to that business, if you have you have 2 jobs, you may decide in the month of April that you're going to have to leave one. Okay. Because you can gain more with one job. You may leave your job for your business. Okay. But I do see through expansion, through growth, there is a leaving a situation. Okay. Now, it's not going to be, yay, you're so great. Like, some of you are not going to be that happy that you have to leave one situation, because you would love to be able to, eat your cake and eat it too. And, have your cake rather than eat it too, and do everything that you possibly can. But I think April is kind of proving to you guys that either you can't keep going this way, like you can't keep being deceitful or being less than honest about a situation. Something has to give. Okay. And I feel that although you're trying to maneuver and you're trying to do it all, eventually you're going to realize that, you know what, I have to kind of just let something go or let something be. Now, I do see that there's going to be, by the end of the month, some of you guys are going to be battle weary, because it's going to be a lot of work, a lot of energy and focus that you have to put into building this thing. Okay. So if you're working for a job and you're putting in a lot of hours at work, a lot of you guys are going to be picking up the slack from other people, because it seems like, again, you're external for the external people around you, they're going through their own personal stuff, or they're just not the type of people that can commit to something and see it all the way through. And so by the end of the month, you may find at the workplace that you've put so much of yourself into this job that you're tired. But ultimately speaking, it is going to be for your better good. Okay, so you're still going to hang in there, but it will be, you're going to be feeling a bit exhausted. And I see that there may be some type of conflict, some type of fallout, okay, with a particular person. Now, it just seems like this energy is very isolated and separate from everything else, okay? But there may be some type of fallout, and it could be other colleagues at the workplace, family members, friends. You may hear that someone, it was just like an argument, that sort of thing. But I do see like a battle, okay? And some of you actually could, have a fallout with your own mother. There could be like some discord in the family life, is what I'm seeing here, okay? And it's almost like the last straw, because you guys are kind of like hanging in there. Somebody external to you, it could be in personal life or professional life, is really feeling like they're feeling like you're not necessarily putting in the time or attention that you need to put into them. And that could be family. So someone has a bone to pick with you guys this month. And I feel like by the end of the month, there's going to be a lot said about it. Someone's going to give you a what for, you, them. And I feel like there's going to be like this right after the argument. It's going to be like an apology, trying to rectify the situation, trying to make amends. And someone may be finding themselves not ready or willing to accept it. And then I see that, here's the thing. I see you guys having to kind of like put out some money is what I'm saying. Okay. And it may be something quite significant for you guys. So definitely, like I said before, and that could go back to the beginning of this, of explaining that karma. So be very careful, because you're going through a karmic phase, some of you, this month, and therefore it's kind of going to catch up with you by the end of the month, definitely. If not by the end of April, definitely 2 weeks into May, there's going to be some out of the blue, it seems, cost or expense for some of you that you may have to incur. Okay. And I feel like it'll be I feel like it'll be like it could be anywhere. For some of you, it's going to be like $200 or $2,000. For others of you, it'll be like $700 or $7,000. But it's going to be a significant amount. It could be 20, 200, 2,000. 70, 700 or $7,000. But there's going to be like this out of the blue expense that you have to kind of take on, or out of the blue, something is going to kind of like come out of nowhere and shake you up. Okay. Now for everyone, it's going to be different. So I can't say exactly for you, it's that. As you, go on with your life, if this relates to you, you'll see exactly how it falls in line with you guys. But it does kind of like communicate more in realms of your finances. So again, I say be careful with how you're doing things at the beginning. Because there are going to be some changes or something that happens out of the blue by the end of the month. Okay. Now, as it relates to love and relationship, I feel like some of you are definitely on a me, like you're in this me state. You're trying to move forward. I feel like a lot of you are not even focusing really on love. There could be someone there, but right now you're focusing on you. Okay. You may have tried your best and you've built something with someone, but it may not be working. Maybe because right now you guys are just not seeing things eye to eye, and there may be a bit of a challenge. And this could have been going on for the past 3 months now, where you guys are just really, it's a challenge to kind of get on the same page. It's a challenge to kind of work together. Okay. And I feel like now you're just pretty much focusing on you, and you may be keeping things from this person, not necessarily telling them where you're going, what you're doing. There's some deceit around a relationship here. Okay, someone could be telling you that, could be being disingenuous and dishonest with you, and that's because basically you're not, it doesn't, to me, for some of you, it doesn't seem like you even care because you're so focused on what you're doing for yourself. Okay, that's a huge focus to you, that you get to this goal, that, if someone is being dishonest to you, you're not paying attention. It's very important, guys, and I want to back up a bit and speak to the entire marking of that. So if you say, yes, I can relate, and yeah, I'm so focused on me that, it sounds like this is the case. Be careful, because someone could be deceiving you in ways that's going to cost you down the line. Okay. So don't be so much into your own, or so much feeling like nothing can touch you. Okay. That you don't see the forest from the trees. Because again, like I said, although you may think that everything is great and you're sailing, it looks like there's going to be some hiccups, with unexpected things that can really set you back. So I'm off my soapbox. Let's get back to love. So yeah, it could be someone deceiving you. And if they are, you're not really caring about it. And it could be you deceiving someone about your whereabouts, where you're going, that sort of thing. I see here that some of you feel stuck. Some of you may feel stuck, and maybe some of you feel like you've made the wrong decision in entering a particular relationship or staying in a particular relationship, because you feel like it's not working, and you feel like, hey, I can accomplish so much, or I can do so much if I was just on my own. And there's a huge want and need to kind of be on your own, just to explore life right now, because you have that explorative energy within. Okay, but at the same time, and particularly for my Leo men, you are very much sticking to whatever you committed to. Okay, now this is a good thing that I see, like more of I want to go out, I want to kind of be free, but no, I'm going to stay put, and I'm going to fight the good fight, because right now, not everyone, but a lot of people are wanting to kind of bust out because of that Aries energy. We have a lot of planets transiting it, so everyone kind of like just wants to live on their desires right now, and they're not really trying to be practical. Well, thank goodness that we only have to deal with this for a few more weeks, and then we'll be dealing with more practical, stable Taurus. But even through that, I do see that a lot of you guys are being very stable and practical, even though you so much want to get out and do things. And some of you may decide to go out and do something and not necessarily be very honest about it. But this is a warning to be careful with that. Now, your mate, for my ladies, you may want a new beginning, but he kind of isn't going anywhere. Okay, so I just get a strong energy with Leo that something that they're in isn't necessarily working. It may feel like the timing is not right, this is not working, but there's obligations there. Okay, for some of you. For others of you, you may be starting new, and then you meet somebody. Now, external, your mates. I do feel like for my Leo ladies, some of you are feeling very trapped. And so therefore, you may be sneaking off and doing things that you really shouldn't do. And others of you, I feel that you feel trapped. And so you really want to meet someone new. You may be in a relationship with someone that's pretty much very stable, very much solid. But in that, there may be a routine. And now you kind of want something more. You want something exciting. You want something fun, but you're getting routine from him. And you want to bust out, and again, you have to be careful, because if you're wanting and desiring that energy, you're going to call it into you. But what you're going to call in is a Knight of Wands, someone that is very temporary, because that's the energy that you're communicating. Okay, so be very careful with that, because that person can come into your life and wreak all kind of havoc, whether you're in a relationship now or you're single, having left someone, and now you are omitting that fun and temporary energy. That person can come in and wreak havoc in your life. So just be very careful with that. For my men, I feel like your lady is feeling a bit stuck, trapped. She may feel like your intentions are not true. She may feel like you're very much flighty. You can't be really trusted. She may have caught you in a few lies. You may have deceived her in some way. And so now there's some karma that needs to be cleared up between the two of you. And she doesn't feel very safe in this relationship. There is this, you're here one minute, then you're gone, then you're back around again, then you're gone. So there's that. Now, in mid-April, I see that there could be another person here, okay, in this relationship. And I feel like some of my Leos are going to decide to walk away from a situation where there's another person, okay? Yeah, is what I'm saying. This could be somebody that you really built up strong feelings for. For my ladies, it could be somebody that you've been messing around with, okay? But there's a walking away and feeling very saddened by having to walk away from the situation, okay? But I feel like you've tried to juggle this thing for long enough. You've tried and tried and tried. And it's like, you know what? I can't keep juggling this. I can't keep doing this, Some of you may even be maybe contemplating the mother of your children, your wife. This card usually to me speaks more to another woman rather than the woman, okay? But for some of you, it will be the mother of your child, the mother of your children, that sort of thing. And there may be this trying to leave, but feeling like, maybe it's the best thing for me to do is to leave, but having a hard time with that, having a hard time with reconciling the leave, the move, that sort of thing. If it is another person, an external person from your relationship, I feel that you guys will leave, okay? Or someone will leave you, especially if this person has water in their chart, heavy water in their chart. Person will be leaving. They'll let the situation go because this is, again, this juggling I keep getting, and you guys trying to be deceitful. But it's almost like for some of you, even if you're trying to be deceitful, you're getting caught. Like you're trying to lie, but then you get caught that you're lying, or it's gonna get found out eventually. And some of you may be realizing that, hey, I'm creating more damage by treating the person I'm with reckless than I am doing good overall. Okay. But again, some of you are gonna give in to these selfish whims and try and sneak off someplace. Okay, somebody may try to sneak off and come see you, so it's almost like you're trying to get to them, they're trying to get to you. And if they are the other person, then they may be make you feeling like, okay, when are you going to come see me? Now if they're the other person, yes, you're going to see them, but you can only see them for a short period of time, and that's creating problems. And you may find that it's like, okay, I have to leave. If you're doing things that are not right to your wife, to the mother of your children, whomever you're in a significant relationship with, I feel like there's going to be some guilt coming with that. Somebody's going to make you feel guilty about what you're doing, because clearly what you're doing is not right, for those of you that can relate to this, man or woman. Okay. Now, I feel like eventually toward the end of the month, I feel a lot of you guys are either going to kind of like stand firm. So if you decide to walk away and leave a threesome situation alone, okay, you're going to stand firm in that decision. Okay. Some of you may feel like it's not the best choice because you may still want that person or still desire that person, that other person. And you may have that person on your mind of like, how things could be, the things that I could create with this person, what we could do. But I feel like if you continue something with someone else, the woman that you're with, or you know, if it's a woman, Leo women, and that man, and you sense he's doing something unfaithful to you, then there's going to be a fight. There's going to be a fallout. There's going to be an argument, and you're going to try to make up with her. The person that you're in a relationship with, a committed relationship with. You're going to try to make up for that, okay? But then I see, like, for some of you, there may be like, I do see like there's going to be a situation where some of you may try to down the line reincorporate the person again, like almost like you're putting the person, that outside person, on hold so you can try to stabilize your situation again because you've gone too far, for some of you. Okay. And others of you, there may be a breakup by the end of the month, definitely going into May. There may be just like this out of the blue breakup. Okay. The home may be broke up, or there could just be a temporary split or something like that. Or again, like I said, there can be something that you have to put out to rectify something. So you and your mate is having problems, personal problems, because of some infidelity, and then you guys wind up having a crisis in the home. Okay, which means that now monies have to be extended, and now you guys have to kind of reconcile. So your focus now goes into home situation or whatever this crisis situation is. But as it relates to a marriage, I do see a marriage, or a very traditional relationship. I do see that, there is this kind of like having to kind of wait. And in waiting, there's going to be a standing of your ground and really trying to fight the good fight, but still trying to see. So again, like I said, for those of you who are doing anything that is, deceitful against your mate, you're going to be struggling and wrestling with your moral compass this month. The best thing for you to do is because I feel like if you have another person, that person is going to be demanding on you. You're going to try to facilitate their needs, but then realize that I can't. Someone may get upset and say, hey, I'm out of here. Then there's going to be this reconciliation of trying to fix it, trying to keep the person in the fold, but then realizing that you can't. Because of that, you can't. You may find yourself having an argument with your own mate because you're really kind of upset that you had to let that other person go, And as a result, you then will think about it, and try to make amends. But you've already set yourself up for some negative karma, which you're going to have to pay back in what matters most to you, which is your finances. And this message really is more strongly geared toward the men. But this is happening with the ladies too. And if it's happening to you ladies, then you may be paying attention that his attitude is being very erratic. He has to leave. And, then you can't really find out where he's at. He's just doing different things. Okay. So that's what I see for you guys for the month of April. We are at 28 minutes, but this is for the full month. So again, try to live your most high integrity life as possible, guys. I'm not here to preach to anyone, but I definitely want to give you some food for thought. So you always want to treat people the way that you would like to be treated, and don't ever take for granted a love that someone has for you. If they love you enough to be good and devoted and loyal to you, then that in return, at the very least, should be giving. Or you should say, hey, I'm going to walk away and allow you to meet someone or have someone come into your life that can benefit from the quality that you're ready to give someone, because that's not something I want to give or receive from you. It's really that simple. Either you receive it and you give them equally what they're giving, or you decide to let them go. Okay. And I say that particularly for you guys now because I'm seeing this is a constant theme with Leo. You guys have been in this gray period for months now, you and Virgo, and just really not able to understand exactly what you want on a love front, but your money is swimming. But we have to understand that it's all intertwined, and your karma is going to reach you somehow. So if it doesn't affect you on the love front because you're so focused on money and that's what really matters to you, then you're going to start to get affected in your money. So I'll leave you with that. I'm off my soapbox for the second time. I hope that this has been helpful for you guys. If you would like to share with us how this relates to you, leave it in the comments below. You know, we would love to hear from you. And I think that's it. Trying to see, is there anything else I wanted to say? Yes. Leave it in the comments below. Otherwise, I will see you guys with another one. Take care, Leo.